Hi, this is Caroline from SewCanShe.com, and I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful burlap and lace embroidery piece with freestanding lace using the Hatch digitizing software. This is my digitizing file for my L, and let's make a new one. So you'll just open a new file, and you see I picked my small square embroidery frame, and I'm going to just digitize a rectangle first. So here's my rectangle. It came up in the tatami fill, and I'm going to change it here to the motif fill. And the default motif is these circles. So I'm going to scroll down and change the motif until I come to this cross one that I really like in the blackwork category. And this is great. Now for my own preference, I'm going to make the crosses a little bit bigger, which you don't have to do, but one thing you really need to do is change the spacing of the columns and rows to something smaller than the size of your motif. So I'm going to change these to a 6. That is so the motifs overlap a little bit here, and your lace it won't come apart. It won't fall apart when you stitch it out. All the stitches will be connected. So now I'm going to just add a little border to this rectangle, which I think looks nice and also helps hold it together. I'm going to do a motif border, and here it is. It pops up in the little circles, and so I'm just going to select my border, and I just want to pick a different motif. If you like this one, you can leave it, but I'm going to pick this motif called the kite 13. So there it is. There's my border. And now let's add a letter. So I'm going to go to lettering and click on lettering and type in uppercase letter L. And then I'm going to enlarge it and make it just the size that I want. Of course, I don't want this font. Now my screen didn't record the font selection. So here I'm going to select a font, and I'm going to select the Antique Rose font. And this is my letter. I like it just like this, but take note, you can also make your letter smaller or bigger. You could put 2 letters in your square, make a monogram. Once you have it just the way you want it, adjusting the shape and the size, then you are pretty much done. Over here in the resequencing selector tool, I'm just gonna move these things around a little bit so that first it stitches out the background, then the letter, and then the outline, because that's the way I want it. And then I will select everything, and I'm going to change the design color so that everything is the same color. It doesn't really matter which color you pick here. You know what color you're going to stitch it out. So now it's all one color, and it's ready to save to my computer, and it's ready to export in the file type that I need for my embroidery machine. And then when I'm ready to do the next letter, it's super easy. I'm just going to select Object Properties and change the L to an O. Now, for some reason, the rows here came up a different color. So I'm just going to select everything and make it all the same color. Then it's just as easy. After you save this, you can go in and make your V. Select everything, make it the same color. And then once you have output that design onto your memory card or your USB stick, then you can just make this an E. And select everything, change it to the same color, and there you've got your E. And you've got all your letters. This would be great, to do your family name or something else. So visit the blog post below to see how, after I stitched everything out, I used an artist canvas and some burlap and a staple gun to make this beautiful art piece that I can hang in my home or I can give as a gift. Thanks for watching, and make sure you visit the blog post below to see how to put everything together and make this beautiful wrapped canvas. This is Caroline from SewCanShe.com.